great day for the park to have this facility, which I believe will mean a lot. I have two grandchildren who already want to come. They saw a picture in the paper and want to know if I knew anything about that. And I said, well, I do a little bit. And so we're coming. And Matt's promised that I can go off the slide with them, so I'm going to try to do that. But it is an exciting time, and this is something that I think will enhance the numbers that you'll see coming to the Breaks Park. And I want to just personally thank every one of you who've been involved in this process, those of you that are here, and even those that are not here today. And Matt, without your leadership and your vision, this thing probably never happened. And we want to thank you for that. You are doing a great job here at the park, and we appreciate that very much. And always appreciate our Kentucky counterparts who step up to the plate. Most of the time they step up before Virginia does. So we appreciate you very much, and it's an honor for me to be here and be a part of this event today. Thank you.
Senator, it's always good seeing you. We are proud of what we're doing to move the park forward. You know, this is economic development, because if you go down here, and hopefully Pike TV will get some video of the number of people that are here. Now, those people are spending money in the park. A lot of them are going back to Pike County. They're going to stop in Elkhorn City. They're going to go to stores. They're going to go to restaurants. They're going to go to gas stations. And that's the type of economic activity that we need in Elkhorn City. Elkhorn City has unlimited potential, particularly with the new US 460 coming in. It is, of course, the gateway to the Breaks. And in my opinion, the expenditure of coal service tax money on a project like this will reap significant benefits for the people of Elkhorn City for decades to come. Now, as we move forward, I'm hoping that with the new road coming in, that we're going to see the park grow. I'm hoping that the park's able to come back to us and say, we need more money for infrastructure, for additional lodging, additional amenities, and we need to expand the water park. And I think that's going to happen from just looking down here when it's not even really been advertised. And you look at the number of people here. But it's more important than just economic development, in my opinion, Senator, and I think you'll agree with this. It's about a quality of life issue, because for far too long the people of eastern Kentucky and western Virginia and southwestern West Virginia have not had the opportunity to have access, and their children have not been exposed to things that children who grow up in more urban areas are exposed to. And this is going to help. I'm sure when my children see this, I may even be back up here Saturday or Sunday. So, but it's just been my privilege to play a small part in this. I support the Breaks. I know Judge Rutherford does. I know that his administration and I have worked closely together. We're going to continue to do that. And I would say in 2 years, the Judge and I will be able to sit down, and hopefully we'll be able to help direct some more resources up to the park. Because, again, I think that whatever we can do to help the park grow is going to help both my district, and it's going to help Senator Puckett's district, but more importantly, it's going to help the people of this region, not just at Kentucky and Virginia, but throughout the region. The park is a jewel. It's something that is a hidden treasure. And I just noticed, Senator, there was an article in the Lexington Herald Leader, the 9 top tourist destinations in Kentucky. And the Breaks Interstate Park was one of the top 9 tourist destinations in Kentucky. So as long as I'm senator, and I believe I can speak for Judge Rutherford, come on up, Judge. As long as Judge Rutherford's judge, that we would pledge to you our commitment to help Virginia move the park forward, move this region forward. It's good seeing you, and thank you all for coming out today.
Thank you, Senator Jones, Senator Puckett, my friends. Glad to see you all. I want to commend this board. I want to commend Jack Sykes, the chairman of the board, and the past chairman who's present here today. And Matt O'Quinn, the job that he does. We meet with Matt right often from county government. We're in financial straits like the rest of America. We're no different in county government than anybody. We've had problems with our budget, still got problems with our budget. But when you see these counties in Virginia, Senator, that stepped up to the plate and made this possible, When I met with the senator, I said, and he agreed that, gosh, we have got to do our part. And you know, as Senator Puckett said, Kentucky in past years has stepped up to the plate in this park first many, many, many times. You go back to the history of the park, the Kentucky legislature always appropriated a little bit more money than Virginia for a number of years. But what an asset this is. I have Charles Carlton with me, who handles our economic development, and what a tool it is in our toolbox as we try to bring jobs into this area. Both of you senators know what a tool it is for our toolbox as we talk about the Breaks Interstate Park. But you get 400,000 people today. With the Waterpark, you're going to grow. With and I see Judge, come on up from down in Knott County. I see him just walk up here. And we looked at statistics last year, Matt, and it showed that your clientele, we said, when are you going to start advertising out of this area? But when you showed us these statistics, we knew what you was doing, because most of your clientele is coming from the counties, Knott, Floyd, Letcher, Pike, and these counties that the Senator said, and these counties in Virginia. Our time is coming. Once you get this road built in here, you'll have another tourist attraction with the longest or tallest bridge in Virginia that you're going to have down here. That will be another tourist attraction that you'll have. But you'll have a destination for people to stop at. You have your plans for the golf. You have your relationship with the existing golf course, but you have other plans. In the future, I hope that we'll be involved as you start developing, and when you get something so tourists can stop and stay a while. And I know I work the state fair every year in Louisville, and I know, and I came back and reported to Jack and Matt about the fellow come and said, I went 6 years in a row when my children were smaller, but now they can't get them to go back because they've not got anything to do up there. I said, you're going to be coming back. A lot going on up there now. This board has been successful, Virginia and Kentucky working together. We realize this is only the two parks like this, Leo. They are in the country, one in New York and New Jersey, and this one passed by an act of Congress. But what a great day this is for this water park. I commend you all. We all, Jack Sykes, have to take risk if you get anything done. You have to take risk, and I say that all the time. Nothing happens unless you make it happen. So this is an example of a board who is proactive and realizes what this means to this area of this country. It means to the Commonwealth of Virginia and the Commonwealth of Kentucky. But thank you and God bless. And thank you, Judge Thompson, for coming over from Knott County and being with us up here today. And we'll turn it back over to you all.
This one thing, this is infrastructure and economic development, just like Senator Jones said. And the thing to me, it'll help Elkhorn City grow. Like I've always heard all my life, it's a gateway to the breaks. And all of Eastern Kentucky's children won't have to travel all the way to Sevierville to get something like this. And I just think it's a great venture and proud to be part of it.
3, 2, 1. What an innovative area that we live in this area of Kentucky, Virginia, here in Central Appalachia. You have a project here was really from the federal, state, local, and community, and that's how you get things done. That's bring everybody together and everybody work, and then it makes things happen. Things just don't happen. You got to make them happen. And with innovative leadership that you have, Senator Jones and of course, you had Senator Puckett from Virginia, and you had members of the Physical Court and your Pike County government. And what this will do for Central Appalachia, this is one of the 2 interstate parks in the United States passed by an act of Congress, signed into law by the President. And what a beautiful setting this is. We had some people in here recently from California. It is a tool in our toolbox for economic development. We had them to come to the breaks, and they couldn't believe what they was able to see. We had a group in here 2 weeks ago and brought them and to tour the Breaks Interstate Park and to see the beauty of the stream, show them where whitewater rafting is. But during a time that you have one of the worst recessions that we've had in the history of this country, and not a lot of money that's available, to have people with the innovation and ideals and visions to work to get, and this board of the Breaks Interstate Park, which is made up, appointed by the governor of Virginia, and then statutory appointments under the federal act. And this board having the risk at this time to make this happen. So it is a great day for Central Appalachia, a great day for this part of our country.
Well, we had a pool that was built in 1969, opened in 1970, and it was a square pool. And it needed replaced. It was leaking a lot of water. It was a little bit dangerous. You know, the water was fine in it, but still not acceptable for our guests in this area, or much less tourists. So we were ready to build a new pool, and we started looking, and we hired a consultant to come in, and they said, you know, really, that's not the going thing. You need to build a water park instead. It's going to increase visitation, increase the economic impact of the whole park, not just here. And after that feasibility study, we decided that was the right thing to do, is to build something with moving water. You know, kids' expectations have changed now. You know, they're not hikers and bikers anymore like they used to be. We want to get them here. We want to get them outside. And just like video games have changed, you know, what kids want, so is water. All kids like water, but flat pools, just a square pool, doesn't really, you know, get that excitement going anymore. You got to have moving water, and that's what we want to do. That's the difference between a flat pool and a water park. Completely interactive, something for all ages, with a beach-style entry. We didn't have an ADA accessible ramp in the old one, so now we can truly say this is a facility that everybody can use. We're hoping to expand. We've got 5 slides total, and 4 of those slides, basically anybody can ride. The 5th one, you have to be 48 inches to ride. It's for the older kids, and it's pretty fast. You go up on this tower, and you've got 2 different slides you can choose from. One's a closed flume slide, so you get this dark aspect of while you're going fast, you know, down this slide, it's going to be dark. The other one's an open flume. It's a little bit more of a rocky ride, but our teenagers now are loving it. So we do plan to expand in the future, but right now we got kids as young as just old enough to walk and crawl on a spray pad, and then we've got senior citizens that are coming in and enjoying those slides. So I think we've got something for everybody.
A year or so ago, maybe 18 months or so ago, Matt called one day and said, could you help us with a little bit of funding? And then he told me what the vision was for the water park. I have been to the Breaks on many occasions, and you would be aware of the old swimming pool that was here, and it certainly was outdated and needed a lot of work. So when he called, I said, well, maybe we can work a little bit with our Tobacco Commission and get this toward an economic development project and get some consideration for that. Matt and the board here at the Breaks Interstate Park filled out the application for the Tobacco Commission money, and then took us about 2 or 3 meetings, go through the committee process, and then bring it toward the full board. And we were fortunate to get a $500,000 grant from the Tobacco Commission. A lot of people would look and say, what do you think of the park and how it really generates activity to make it an economic development project? And we're here today, and this is Thursday during the week. Weekends are generally when a lot of people come, but there's, you know, yesterday 735 people that were here. This park will draw people to the area from both Southwest Virginia and Eastern Kentucky, and in doing that, it'll bring people that'll spend money in our area. Also, part-time employees. We have 45 part-time summer employees that will be working, so generating a lot of activity here at the park. And I think we'll continue to see some improvements to the water park and some other things that will continue to give us a quality of life issue that certainly helps our area. Our area has not really seen anything like this. You have to go out of the area to get it. But when we get through and there's some additional planning, you'll see, I think, an increase in the number. We're at 400,000 or so. I would predict the time the summer's over, we're going to be closer to 600,000, maybe more than that.